Continuing coverage tonight on a fire that destroyed an iconic building on the Cornell University campus this morning. The Chapter House Brew Pub is being considered a complete loss after crews battled flames for hours. WENY's Logan Wilson joins us now with reaction from alumni and more information on the displaced students. Logan?
Aisha, the Red Cross was on hand to assist over 30 Cornell students that were displaced from the fire. As for the Chapter House, the cause of the fire is still under investigation, but many alumni hope they can rebuild the bar to continue the college tradition.
It may have started in the Chapter House or in between the two buildings. Fire investigative crews are working on that. We do have a lot of pictures from people prior to the fire department arrival, so we're hoping that's going to help in the interview process.
The fire started just after 4 Tuesday morning and multiple fire departments responded. Residents living above the Chapter House and the neighboring building were able to get out safely. No injuries were reported. However, the Red Cross is assisting more than 30 students who were displaced by the fire.
The immediate thing was shelter because a number of buildings were destroyed in the fire, and fortunately a community member stepped forward and provided housing for the students that had lost their homes. That was an enormous help for both Cornell and the Red Cross.
20 students will not be able to return to their apartments, and 12 students are temporarily displaced. Depending on the student need, the Red Cross provided comfort kits, clothing, shoes, bedding, and more. Cornell University is providing food for all of the displaced students.
Helping Cornell, the crisis team, talk with the students, get their information, ascertain what needs there are, and then between Cornell and the Red Cross, we made sure their emergency needs were met in terms of clothing, food, and shelter.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Many students, alumni, and neighbors stopped by the scene to pay their respects and reminisce about a Cornell campus staple.
When I was a graduate student, used to go here all the time. It's my favorite bar. And then when I started a family, when it was a little more appropriate to bring your small child to a bar, we used to come here with my son.
No word yet on whether or not the building will be rebuilt, but many alumni were hopeful to have many more pints at Chappie's.
When he turned 21, we had a beer there together. And so it's a family tradition. Our second son turned 21, we also had a beer there. I've got another son who's 18, so I don't know if they'll rebuild it in 3 years, so we can do that.
The Red Cross will be back on campus tomorrow to continue assisting displaced students. The apartment building next to the Chapter House is being demolished to continue the investigation of the fire. Reporting in the studio, Logan Wilson, WENY News.